What is up, Footpack? Today, sorry, I had sun chips. So, um, I recently just finished the Last of Us 2. I don't know when those videos are going to be uploaded. Hopefully, sometime soon, maybe February. But for right now, it's an unconfirmed date. But one reaction that I did have on my channel is Joel's death. Yes, that's right. Joel died in Last of Us 2. Now, the thing about Joel's death is that it was coming. It was a long time coming, let's be honest. We all knew that Joel was going to die eventually in this game. And in my opinion, I think that he did, that he was written, he should have been written to die this game. Did I want him to die? No. But I think if he was to die, it would be this game. Now, am I saying what Naughty Dog did was justified? Hell no. I'm still pissed about Joel's death to this day. But we do need to talk about why he died and why it was so controversial. So, the thing about Joel's death is that, again, we knew he was going to die. Let's be honest. Let's not fool ourselves. As much as we wish he would have survived throughout all the games, let's be honest. Realistically, with all the people that he's killed, he would have never survived. And yes, he killed people for the right reasons, because, like, he needed to survive in this world. And I hate the argument that Joel's a bad person, because, like, everybody has killed somebody at one point to survive. And it's like, sure, Joel did kill all of the Fireflies to save one girl, but, like, you know damn well you do the same. However, we knew that he was going to die regardless of why he did what he did. He was going to die because karma's a bitch and we should have known better. I'm sorry to quote the most cringy girl on the planet, but that's what the situation is. It's just cringy. But I don't think fans are mad, or they shouldn't be at least. I don't think fans are mad at the prospect that Joel died in the first place. Because, like, if you didn't know that Joel was going to die this game, then, like, you clearly haven't actually paid attention to any of The Last of Us. Also, there's always a close call counter, and Joel had one close call, meaning that you're eventually going to die pretty soon. Some people, obviously, avoid that. You know, Rick Grimes, though he could still die. Daryl Dixon avoids the whole close call. But there was one character in The Walking Dead that didn't, and that's Glenn. He had so many close calls, from, like, the prison sickness to when he fell in that alleyway and died. And then, obviously, his inevitable demise. Yeah. There's so many characters that have near-death experiences. I call them close calls, and then die later on. That, like, I have to say that that's how you can tell a character is going to die, is when they have close calls. And Joel had a couple. That was written in the story. Obviously, you can die like a million times in The Last of Us and still get back up. Well, if you're not playing permadeath. Obviously, you can count those, but I only count the ones that are, like, within the story. You know what I mean? I can only really name one instance where he had a near-death experience, which was the, falling on the thing. But I think that should have been an example that, Joel might die at some point. Now, again, we need to talk about, do I think what Naughty Dog did was right? No. Now let's get into the main point of this video. I don't think fans are exactly upset that Joel died in the first place. Because again, if you didn't know Joel was going to die, then you haven't been paying attention. However, when he died is why I think fans are a little upset. The trailers clearly showed Joel was supposed to be more of a secondary character, kind of like Jesse's role. And I genuinely believe that Naughty Dog's original writing was that Joel was going to originally be in Jesse's place, and then when he dies, it would be in Abby's hands in like the final act. Now, I don't think that they would have just glossed over his death like they did with Jesse. Like, obviously there would be a whole entire scene there, but I don't know. Maybe there was like a couple of changes. Maybe they said that maybe too much. Maybe it's a little bit too much Joel, because like the thing about The Last of Us 2 is that it's supposed to be Ellie's story. We knew from the start that Ellie was going to be playable in the second game. It was going to be all about Ellie. The rest of the story is going to be about Ellie. Joel was just a Kickstarter, kind of like what they did with Clementine. And I think that's what Naughty Dog did. I think Naughty Dog said, hey, if the Walking Dead can pull it off, so can we. But the problem is that Lee died at the end of the first game. He earned his death. Joel didn't even get barely any lines in the second game before he died. Like, you could argue that like a whole entire game is warranted, but at the beginning of a game, no. I think Joel should have died either in the middle or at the end of the game. I think that, here's what I think. I think here's a better story. I think, no, because Tommy has to survive. There has to be a character that we've known since the first game. Tommy. I think that a better written story would be that Abby kills Tommy. That sets off Joel and Ellie. And then they go to hunt after Abby. Now, I don't want Tommy to die. Tommy's a lovable bear of a character. I just think that a better written story is that he dies, so then there's a reason for Joel to go along with Ellie. Yada, yada, yada. Everything falls into place. And then when we get into the theater with Dina, Joel, Maria, Jesse, all of them, that's when Jesse gets paralyzed, kind of like how Tommy did. And Joel is the one that gets shot. Not exactly in the face like Jesse, but like maybe in the stomach where he initially had the stitches, so that it would be a lethal blow, but you could get those final words in like, I love you, kiddo. You'll always be my baby girl. And then dies. That sets off Ellie to lose her fucking mind. And then you can have that whole PTSD scene where Ellie has to leave to go kill Abby after what she did to Joel. And Dina's like, okay, if you do this, you're never going to see me again. Ellie's like, I have to get closure because she literally killed my dad. Though, the catalyst to that is that I think a lot of people would see Dina as a bitch. Because, like, what I've seen across the reactions of people at the end of the game. People didn't seem to be mad at Dina. I was pretty pissed at Dina. Because it's like, how would you feel if somebody killed your parents? Like, let's be real here. You'd be vengeful too. But I don't exactly blame her. You know, I'm not blaming her. That's what I want to get across. I'm not blaming Dina for feeling the way that she does. But I think it was still bullshit. I might do an entire video on how I would write The Last of Us 2. Because The Last of Us 1, masterpiece. Would not rewrite anything in that game. Last of Us 2, my opinion, was still a masterpiece, but was flawed. Was a flawed masterpiece. I could not think of any flaws within the within Last of Us 1. And also, I'm excited for Last of Us 3. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that Last of Us 3 will be a better Last of Us 2? Or do you think that the series is doomed to fail? Let me know what you guys think. See ya.